Sir Oliver St. John, was an English judge and politician who sat in the House of Commons from 1640 to 1653. He supported the parliamentary cause in the English Civil War. Early life. St. John was the son of Oliver St. John of Cashew and his wife Sarah Bulkeley, daughter of Edward Bulkeley of Odell, Bedfordshire. His sister, Elizabeth St. John, married Reverend Samuel Whiting and emigrated to Boston, Massachusetts in 1636. He matriculated from Queen's College, Cambridge at Len 1616, and was admitted at Lincoln's Inn on the 22nd of April 1619. He was called to the bar in 1626. St. John appears to have got into trouble with the court in connection with a seditious publication, and to have associated himself with the future popular leaders John Pym in Lord's Say. In 1638 he defended John Hampden, along with co-counsel Robert Holborn, on his refusal to pay ship money, on which occasion he made a notable speech which established him as a leading advocate. In the same year he married, as his second wife, Elizabeth Cromwell, a cousin of Oliver Cromwell, to whom his first wife also had been distantly related. The marriage led to an intimate friendship with Cromwell. Political career. In April 1640, St. John was elected Member of Parliament for Totnes in the Short Parliament. He was re-elected MP for Totnes for the Long Parliament in November 1640. He acted in close alliance with Hampden and Pym, especially in opposition to the impost of ship money. In 1641, with a view of securing his support, the king appointed St. John Solicitor General. This did not prevent him taking an active role in the impeachment of Thomas Wentworth, 1st Earl of Strafford, and in preparing the bills brought forward by the Popular Party in the House of Commons. As a result, he was dismissed from the office of Solicitor General in 1643. He defended the decision to proceed against Strafford by way of attainder on the simple ground that there are people who are too dangerous to be given the benefit of the law. He told the Commons, "It was never accounted cruelty or foul play for foxes and wolves to be knocked on the head." Edward Hyde, 1st Earl of Clarendon, although he may have voted in favour of the attainder, later denounced Street. John's speech was perhaps the most barbarous and inhumane ever made in the House of Commons. On the outbreak of the Civil War, St. John became recognised as one of the parliamentary leaders. In the quarrel between the Parliament and the army in 1647 he sided with the latter, and was not excluded under Pride's Purge in 1649. Throughout this period he enjoyed Cromwell's confidence. Apart from Cromwell he had few close friends. His manner was described as cold and forbidding, and he had little patience with those he regarded as less gifted than himself. Judicial in other activities. In 1648 St. John was appointed Chief Justice of the Common Pleas, and from then on he devoted himself to his judicial duties. He refused to act as one of the commissioners for the trial of King Charles I, and had no hand in the constitution of the Commonwealth. In 1651 he went to The Hague as one of the envoys to negotiate a union between England and the Dutch Republic, a mission in which he entirely failed, leading to the First Anglo-Dutch War. In the same year he successfully conducted a similar negotiation with Scotland. After the tender of union, he became Chancellor of Cambridge University in 1651 and retained the post until 1660. St. John built Thorpe Hall at Longthorpe in Peterborough between 1653 and 1656. He was a member of the Council of State from 1659 to 1660. Apologia and exile. After the Restoration, St. John published an account of his past conduct, and this apologia enabled him to escape any worse retribution than exclusion from public office. He retired to his country house in Northamptonshire till 1662, when he left England and went to Basel, Switzerland, and afterwards to Augsburg, Germany. Family. St. John married firstly Johanna Altham, only daughter of Sir John Altham of Latton, Essex, and by her had 2 sons and 2 daughters. In 1638 he married Elizabeth, daughter of Henry Cromwell, with whom he had 2 children. After her death he married, in 1645, Elizabeth Oxenbridge, daughter of Daniel Oxenbridge. His son Francis was MP for Peterborough. His daughter Johanna married Sir Walter St. John of Lydia Tregoes and was the grandmother of Viscount Bolingbroke. His third daughter, Elizabeth, married Sir John Bernard, 2nd Baronet, and the daughter Johanna Bernard married Richard Bentley. St. John belonged to the senior branch of an ancient family. There were 2 branches, the St. John's of Bletsoe in Bedfordshire, and the St. John's of Lydia Tregoes in Wiltshire, both descendants of the St. John's of Stanton St. John in Oxfordshire. Oliver St. John was the great-grandson of Oliver St. John, who had been created Baron St. John of Bletsoe in 1559, and a distant cousin of the 4th Baron who was created Earl of Bolingbroke in 1624. And who took an active part on the parliamentary side of the English Civil War. His son, the 5th Baron Street John, being killed at the Battle of Edge Hill. Oliver was a distant cousin of the king through Margaret Beauchamp of Bletsoe, grandmother of Henry VII, whose first husband was Sir Oliver Street John of Lydia Tregoes. Fictional portrayals. Oliver St. John plays a minor role in Traitor's Field by Robert Wilton, published in May 2013 by Corvus, an imprint of Atlantic Books.